Hello everyone, welcome to the show again. It's another interesting episode of Celebs on Check, Celebrity on Check for Full, where we try to celebrate our Afro-Heritage brothers and sisters doing well in their industries. And today on the show, we have someone who we are excited to have on the show. He's a master entertainer and he has mastered the art of Fuji, Tumba, and using it to blend other genres of music like Afrobeat, hip hop to gospel. If it's in vogue, Wonder Boy Juju Tumba version of it would definitely exist. So today on the show we have Wonder Boy Solek and his new brand name. It's now Professor Django, or is it just Django for short?
Professor Django. Or you can call me Django, you can call me Professor Django. But the professor, there's a reason for that.
Yeah, we're coming to that. Alright, thanks for finding time to join us on the show today.
Thank you very much.
And yeah, we're really excited to have you here. So tell us a little bit about the transition from Wonder Boy Solek to Django,
Well, I'm still Wonder Boy Solek. I'm still Solek, I'm still Wonder Boy. I happen to have a lot of names. So, I can never give up Solek, I can't give up Wonder Boy because a lot of people have known me with those names. But moving on is Django. Okay. Django is more or less like a warrior, a fighter, a survivor.
Just like
that's,
the movie,
Yeah, that's where I see myself. Cause, but the way I take my work, the way I take what I do, I take it as a survivor.
Yeah.
I take it as you have to survive it.
Yeah.
You have to strive. I strive all the time, and I strive with a winning mentality.
Yeah.
So that's Django. So that's where the Django came to.
You've been in the game for 20 years.
Even more than 20 years.
Yeah, more than 20 years. So how's the journey been like?
It's been very, very sweet. Sweet because it's what I love doing. Sweet because it's the number one thing that inspires me, that I love. I'm very passionate about singing and music in general, so that's why it's been sweet. Because even if there's some rough patches along the way, it will still be sweet because it's what I love doing.
Okay, so how have you been able to keep strong, after all these years? Because it's not easy for you to hit the prime in the music and in the entertainment industry, to hit the prime and stay at the top for very long. A lot of people, they tend to go into other vices, like drugs, women, and all that, and they lose focus.
And then some of them to go to other industries, legit industries.
Industries, yeah.
Well, primarily, mine. Sorry to cut you.
Yeah.
Primarily mine is, I told you, number one thing is passion.
Yeah.
Even till I'm 80, God spare my life, till I'm 80, I'm still going to be involved in singing and music. I love to sing, especially when the background music is interesting, melodious, and my microphone is the way I want it. I will sing like every other thing will fall in place. So because of that's the number one thing that's been keeping me.
Okay.
It has kept me going on. And then the other thing is that probably I don't want my work to lag behind. That's another thing I would say. Well, that passion has covered everything.
Yeah.
Once you're passionate about something, like now you're here, it's because you love it.
Yeah.
So that passion has taken almost 99% of the whole thing we're talking about. So and when the passion comes in, everything else falls to place. Yeah. So because my primary motive is not money. Yeah. I'm not saying that I don't see money, but I'm not thinking of money.
Exactly.
I'm thinking of, I want to sing, allow me to sing, give me opportunity to sing. Yeah.
And that's a very interesting thing. Like, a lot of people, when they're upcoming, in the music industry especially, yes, you can see the passion that they want to do it. Then when they get money, they lose focus, they want to live that. It's okay to live extravagant. It's okay to dress well, look sharp, look nice, wear the best of things, but losing focus of that passion that brought you those things, What's your advice to the younger generation and anyone that wants to be successful in life?
A lot of times, opportunity does not. Some opportunities come earlier in life that later in life it does not present itself.
Again.
Okay, let me just use the well-structured American or UK music industry as an example. Look at it from the perspective that here is a young person that was signed with a record label. Yes, they made it. Yes, everything. But after some time, the record label drops them. They are passionate about the music. But the kind of music they do, there's mostly you cannot spread your music or distribute your music without a good record label. And then,
but that is changing too.
I know. And I'm just talking on that bigger scale.
Yeah.
And then the record label drops them. And then there's no way. There's no way for them. But in our own, let me say, it's handmade. We got here by grace of God and ourselves.
Hard work.
Yeah. Because you are the one that, there's no, like me, up till now, up to the fact that I've used 20 years in, even more than 20 years. I keep saying 20 years because that's just officially, I'm still waiting for the day that somebody will come and say, Solek, I want to spend money on you. I want to build your career. Up to the
So you're throwing it out there now. You don't mind being signed,
Yeah, just dash me money. Come on. It's not like you are signing me. Just spend money on my career. Dash money to my career. Some people get those kind of opportunities. Yeah, especially in Nigeria, that people would put money on them. I've never seen one person that will put money on me that say, but I know it's because I don't need it.
Yeah.
I don't think I need it.
Yeah.
Because the level I'm one of those people who just have to hustle yourself.
And someone like you making that kind of a statement, you're not saying it lightly, really. Was it 2008 or so when you dropped Lotto? It was revealed that you won, the American lottery. How true is that?
that was my manager at the time that came up with that propaganda. I just promote music, and I wouldn't say I'm not in full support of it, but
but
it was just a hype, just a hype. 50 million, what did you say again?
$50 million.
If I made $50 million, that money would have turned into like 100 million now.
Yeah, I know.
But I wish I made that kind of money.
Yeah, because
I was just a promotion stunt.
Okay, it's good that you mentioned that, because I was gonna say, for someone like you, because also in the article that I read about that propaganda, it said that you give all the money away to charity. So if Solek is giving out $15 million to charity, that means you don't need any money.
Imagine any sane person like us that's hustling, you will know that if you make 15 million, even if you're gonna give to charity, you give some proportion, and you secure your own future too with some.
Some of them,
that's just the thing.
Okay. That's interesting to know that it was all,
it was just a promotional gimmick.
Promotion, Alright, so when you ventured into music, what was your goal to set your brand apart?
I didn't venture into music. I was made for music. I've been singing since the age of, I joined the choir at the age of 8.
Yeah.
And music has been part and parcel of me. Everywhere I go, there's that stigma that these guys. So I didn't venture into music. If I didn't do music, my life would not be fulfilled or justified. Trust me, if I don't do music. Back in Nigeria, when I was in secondary school, when I entered secondary school, immediately I got to secondary school, we formed a group. We called it Young Stars Musical Youth. That was many years ago. Just to show you that thinking had been there. At that age, I'm talking about age 10, 11. When you are forming a musical group at 11, then there's that music in youth for you to
already, exactly, because you have a plan, for yourself. But earlier on in life, did you have like a goal, like, okay, you know what? Like, let me give you an instance. Someone like Burna Boy, someone like Burna Boy, what sets him apart and the style that he has continued to use, is that Afrobeat, original Afrobeat, sampling fella, so I feel, I've not heard that from him officially, but I feel like him stepping into the music, he had that at the back of his mind that this is what I'm going to use to separate myself from the rest of the artists. So what did Solek have in mind to separate yourself from every other artist that was doing the same genre that you were doing as well?
See, when you're original, you're original. When you have your own style, you have your style. When you're unique, you're unique. Like, I remember back in many years ago, I told the guy that I'm gonna be doing music for you. That was when I was gonna stop my 9 to 5 that I want to be doing. And the kind of music I'm gonna be doing is gonna be juju mixed with hip hop and other kinds of music. The person told me that if you want to face juju, face juju. If you want to face hip hop, face hip hop. I said no, I'm different. I want to do something different, and I'm gonna make it. And I told him I'm going to make it in it. So that's me. And then there were people that complained about my style of music before, but now it's what everybody does. I won't say I'm number one doing mixing juju and Naija hip hop and hip hop. I'm not number one, but I'm one of the people that believed in it and did it confidently without copying anybody. Because the way I see music is I see music like colors. When you mix colors together, you get different results. That was just me. And then I'll give you a good example. I'm just saying this in reference to the people that complained that if you want to do this, I will give you an example. Ebenezer Obey. Yeah. There's back then he tried to bring like hip hop or something Western into his music. When he did that song that Tony Tatila remixed, You Don't Hit My Car. If you listen to the track, he tried to
sample.
Okay. It's not like, I think he just tried to bring westernized. Same thing, Sonny Ade. If you listen to Aria Has No End, he tried to infuse some kind of western music into it as well.
Even they do it with
that's another one.
Of western flavor into
another person, Shino Peters, he had a rap in his music. Shino Peters to play me. Look. Another person is Barista, Fuji Garbage. So it's been there since. Same thing was and they did the same thing. Those American tips, they try to westernize their music. So that is what maybe people abandoned, and I sort of tried to bring back. And then I got a bit condemned
for doing that.
Yeah, but I knew what I was doing. When you know what you are doing,
you got to stick with what you do. If you love what
and
you
I believe in what I do.
Yeah.
So that was just it.
Tell us a little bit about your background. You've hinted us a bit where you went to school. How we started music from the age of 8. So what else don't we know? What's not out there about you when you were growing up?
Okay, I was born some many years ago. Everybody knows my age anyway, so it's not a big deal. So actually, I was born in London, and at the age of 3, my parents relocated back to Nigeria. So, and I grew up in Ibadan. So my growing up in Ibadan was where I got the musical inspiration from. And I joined the choir. I joined the choir at the age of 8, and I loved it, and I continued singing. Sometimes you take a child to something, or to learn and actors, they don't like it. They don't put interest in. I showed interest in music. So from there, I left that church. I went to another church. I joined the choir as well. Again, in school, when I was in primary school, I used to be one of those people that play those side drums. Those. Yeah. And then when I even got to secondary school, I joined the school choir as well. So and then what made me really popular back then was 2 things. When my school football team, when they go to perform, I'm the one that will be entertaining people.
Exactly.
I'll be singing. Whilst the match is going on, I'll be singing for people. The other thing I do back then was when we are not having any lectures. I'll be singing. Me and my friends will be singing. So other students from other classes will come to our class to come and have the fun. So I've been doing this thing way back. So that's just the brother. And even when I went to Polytechnic in Nigeria as well before relocating back to the UK, everybody knew me as that guy that sings. So there's nowhere I go where I've never left that impact.
Check it. It's your favorite boy, Mr. Pum Pum. Who's got the keys? Who's got the keys to the Pum Pum? Man them, man them, man them. David Obabe to say for Lombe, but or that is Jet Olombe, Celebs on chair. Yeah, right here, COC Del Chino. Don't talk that down. Stay tuned.
There's a saying that there's no man, no man is an island, you know. In the course of your career, you know, is there someone that, you know, you can say, oh, this person actually helped me build my career? It might be monetarily, it might be support, just advising you, giving you like a push, you know.
A lot of people had advised me. Along the line, a lot of people had advised me. But one person that comes to mind, actually, let me say two people. Then maybe if I remember any other person. There's a man called Mike Apple. Mike Apple plays the saxophone and everything. But he was one of the first people that gave me the opportunity, because I went to him to learn sax, and then I went to Nigeria, I came back with an album, and he doesn't know I sing, and I showed him, I sing, oh, you sing, and he said, okay. He was the first person that I started following to restaurants in London. So he is not of a Yoruba, he's not really Yoruba, so when he's performing, he allows me to sing those Yoruba songs. So that was that. The other person is DJ Abbas. Because back from writing, he was one of the people that believed in Solek and Solek crew. So he was one of the, Solek, oh, I want you to be performing here. So he gave that leverage. So, you know, it's a lot of people.
DJ Abbas has been very good to a lot of people, He's been a really solid, it's like the Alibaba of comedy in Nigeria. You know? That's good.
So those are two people that I can distinctively remember. I know there's a lot of people along the line.
Alright. In 2018, when your wife turned 40, we heard that she insisted that you had to chill the fans and audience and I guess, you know, and you had to perform as well.
I think so, yeah.
How did it feel? Like, wasn't it awkward being the host and also being the entertainer?
She insisted I'm the one. Because, you see, let me tell you, I think the reason is that a lot of people around her, they always want me to perform, and she's like, oh, if he's a #1 choice, why can't he be my #1 choice too? So that was why.
I mean, there's nothing wrong with it. It just feels a bit awkward, you know, being that you're the one to take care of your friends, you know, and you still have to be on the stage.
Well,
how did you manage?
I managed. That's nice and unique. I like it though.
I hope she appreciated
it.
Okay. So COVID-19, the world has been shut down. I mean, the economy is starting to pick up. Then we had a new phase of lockdown again. The 10 o'clock rule in the UK, in the US is something else. The president has COVID-19, is isolating, although we heard that's a propaganda as well.
I won't say anything about it, but that's what I heard too.
Yeah, you know, so we don't know how true it is. And some people actually predicted that Donald Trump was going to come out 2 weeks before the election saying he has the COVID, and, you know, just before the election he's going to say he's been cured completely with, you know, that drug that he has been telling everybody. You know, it's such a fun period, and on a more serious note though, it has ruined the entertainment industry. I don't think the government is doing enough to support people in the entertainment industry.
Not just entertainment, generally they are not doing well enough.
Yeah.
Anyway, especially entertainment, because entertainment I think is the segment or sector that really suffered.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if you look at it, there's a lot of money generated from entertainment, you know, and you wonder why, you know, like why are they not doing more, you know? But personally to you, how has entertainment been an impact to you?
Well, you know, we should just thank God and beg God to keep giving us that opportunity and those loopholes, so that when these kind of things happen, you still be able to. Yeah, because when lockdown started, I primarily thought that I was just gonna sit at home doing nothing, because music is all I do. So, and then we were rehearsing. Me and my band were rehearsing, and then when we were rehearsing, we thought, let's go on live, Instagram live. And then from then on, Instagram live became something that we did for like 1.5 months, from like July, from like May to early July, or May, June, and it sustained us for those 2 months before it now went sour. And then along the course of the line was me doing birthday shout-outs for people.
Yeah.
So it's that birthday shout-out that more or less been sustaining. And then when they allowed us to come out in July, and then that had helped as well. And then at the moment they said it's 10 p.m. but we still, we still go out there and see any little bit can scrape. But that's just it. So that's how the lockdown has really affected us all. But we pray that God will bring everything back to normal.
Are you a resident entertainer at Echo?
Yes, on Saturdays.
Okay. So when the music has entered the body and after a few bottles, do people still remember to social distance? Because it's impossible.
At the moment,
our
it's
style
not,
of music,
it's not that crowded.
Okay.
Especially with this 10 p.m. And then the tables have been set in six sitting format. So it's not really.
So you're not allowed to just wander around.
No, nobody's even allowed to be standing. Everybody has to be seated. I heard that they said there's gonna be a lot to stop people from dancing again.
Yeah.
In bars or something.
Exactly. They're trying to shut down music, which is annoying. Experience at Eco restaurants. Do you think Nigerians, in Nigeria, would actually obey the rule like that and put structures like that if the government says put that kind of laws down in Nigeria?
One thing about every economy is that once there's people that can enforce laws, then laws will be abided with.
Yeah, but the problem we have in Nigeria is that the people that are supposed to enforce those laws, they tend to, once they get bright, once the restaurant
if they're neutral people that you don't know that when they're coming, you don't know when they, like here in London, if you don't know when the local council is coming, if you don't know when the local council is coming, there's really nothing you can do about it.
I think the point is that enforcement in the first world countries and enforcement in Nigeria is a whole.
But enforcement in Nigeria is brutal.
It is brutal.
Sometimes all these SARS things, they say SARS is killing people.
Yeah, but it is about how connected you are. You understand? Imagine if you are a senator now and one of your family's restaurants, is breaking the law. Nobody's gonna go shut it down except maybe you belong to the opposition party.
Yeah, but there's some institutional bias.
Well, I just feel like Nigeria, really?
Yeah, you won't know, but there's some institutional bias. You will not know about. Trust me.
What would you describe as the most annoying moment with fans when you're performing? Like ladies using their, endowments to shift the equipment when they're trying to get close to Solek. Or bandmates not picking up the pace like they expect to, What is the most embarrassing moment while you're performing,
To be honest, I try to make every moment as fun and lovely as possible.
Yeah, and one thing I noticed about you, you're always in the screen when you're performing, But I always
say negative. You can turn negativity to positivity.
Yeah, exactly. I think that's one good thing about you because every time I watch or when I see you perform, there's always too many people in your ears, and I'm wondering how. And immediately, maybe I'm assuming they're giving you names, And as soon as they give you those names, you're blending it into the music. How does it not annoy you that you've got too many people?
You see, one thing is that you have to be trying to be accommodating. Because because I always put myself in the position of other people. Like, I'm not a celeb freak. I'm not a starstruck person. For example, if, say, I'm in the airport now and I see a celeb, I don't want to go and meet them so that they don't embarrass me. But if I have a reasonable, good opportunity, I'll go and meet them. But I don't want the embarrassment. But you know, all these people too are human beings. Like me singing, too many people talking to me, I'm tensed. But sometimes I try to accommodate it.
Yeah, because I mean, I've noticed this so many times. I was watching one that they were performing in the USA. You know, I think it was earlier this year or maybe last year. You know, and it was just everybody talking into your ear.
I mean, sometimes it frustrates you. There's some new sounds that maybe that person's probably drunk.
Yeah, just as it was.
It just want to inconvenience you. Some will even rest on you. Sometimes it frustrates you. You have to use other people to control the situation. Maybe your manager or somebody that, you know. So me, one thing about me is that I get upset easily. So
really?
I do. I know.
You've been able to manage that very
I
well.
do, but sometimes when I get out of hand, there's people around me that tries to calm me down.
It's good that you have a structure around that. The COVID-19, back to COVID-19, I started noticing you do birthday shouts in your car. Like,
that's another thing.
How do you set up, you know, the musical setup, you know, without interference from cars passing by, or, you know, I mean, noise interference and all that? And why did you choose to do that in the car, you know?
Okay, first of all, you see, I live up to my name, Wonder Boy. You have to make people wonder, and you have to be different.
Yeah.
The reason why I was recording in the car is just to, I want people, is it that guy that records in the car? I want them to, something different than,
unique.
Though recently I've been doing it in the house over that car thing.
Yeah, that's why I started noticing first. Then I noticed that you've been back in the house.
I've been back in the house because number one, my car went for repairs, and secondly, it's getting colder. And is that car, that inside setup is easier for me. And because I've been really busy. So,
but how do you manage to get a crisp sound despite that you're in the car? Do you know? Is it like you live in a quiet place that cars don't?
It's just God. It came down from heaven. Give us crisp sound. So you think the sound is crisp enough, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. Firstly, my earlier recordings, the phone was just picking up the sound. It wasn't. That was the earlier ones. It was just picking up the sound. Yeah, and because I'm in a confined space, especially the car. Yeah. And then because all my sound is coming straight from my keyboard. So it's one source. So there's less interference. But now there's something that I use that goes in directly to the phone. So all the sound goes in directly. It's not analog anymore, it's digital sound. So that's all the recent ones that you see. The sound that's why it's clean.
You've performed in many cities of the world, you know. Rarely a year goes by without you having to thrill audiences around the world. What would you rate as the most remarkable city because of its people that attended where you performed, you know, while you were working?
There's no two words about it, the city. Everybody knows the city. Even God himself knows the city.
What city?
You should know it, the city. Number one city. The city that will live till like that. London. Number one, London.
Not even America.
London is number one. I love my city. London. No, London is trying though. I won't lie to you. London has really tried. I'm not saying those other places, but for this kind of job and for this kind of career, you know, London is still a place where I know people party in Lagos, they party in Chicago, they party in Houston, but London town has sustained us. Trust me. So that's why I can't overlook London. I know they make big money in Lagos too, but trust me, our pounds here has big value as well.
Check it. It's your favorite boy, Mr. Pum Pum. Who's got the keys? Who's got the keys to the Pum Pum? Man them. Babi ko babe ko saye for lombe. Ba. Ọjà ti jẹ́ olombe Celebs on check. Celebrity on check. Celeb on check. Yeah, right here, COC Del Chino. Don't talk that down. Stay tuned.
So there was a time that it was rumored that you were relocating to Nigeria, and you were also quoted that you intended promoting more of your music in Nigeria. You know, how did that go?
I was going to, but I don't know how. Maybe what stopped me was the fact that if it wasn't that successful as you thought, then your spot here, you've lost it.
Yeah.
So I'm like,
People are waiting to take your.
Let me just keep my spot. Let me just keep my spot. So I just kept my spot.
Okay, alright. Is there something in the works after COVID for your 20 years official? I mean, your official 20 years on the stage milestone?
No,
Are we expecting a concert?
We don't know how the COVID is.
Yeah,
you can't
we
really
don't know
plan.
Yeah, but
Even
say next
people-
year. Let's say, for example, next year.
Maybe we'll see how it goes. Even people that were meant to be performing for that change their dates. You know, they find themselves changing the dates again. So you can't really say.
Alright, have you ever tried to wax a collaboration record with anyone? And who have tried?
A record or a single.
A single.
I've done songs with a lot of people.
Okay.
I've done songs with Motherland before. Want to go on the day.
Yeah!
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah,
know
Lord
that.
of Ajasa. I put him in Sojimu remix. I did song with Rugged Man. Ejeki Majai. I did song with DJ Z's, Mr. Practical.
I remember that one definitely.
I did song with LKT Momo.
That one.
Some of it were not well promoted. That's just it.
Yeah, okay. So, but moving forward though, is there anyone you're looking to work with again from the new crop of artists that we have now? You know, we've got really interesting guys. Okay, but one thing we've noticed about you, Solek, is that your musical side, which is releasing songs and all that, you don't take it too seriously.
No, I don't.
But with the new technology that is now, you don't need to market to the Alaba boys again. You can do it online, you know. Everything can be done online. And you just use your social media to promote it. You know. Are you planning to look into that? Because
I'm planning to look into it. If I'm gonna do anything at all, it's gonna be singles, but it's gonna be targeted more to what I do to my live performances. Because I believe that's where I'm not saying I'm not good at recording, but that's where my strength is, and that's where I have a lot of audience, and I need to, you know, obviously satisfy those audience.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So because why I really stopped those hip hop is because I'm spending money on it. It's not bringing forth any money. The juju that's bringing forth money is where I should be putting my money more, because that's what's sustaining me. So that's why I told them just give. I can't compete with Whiskey. I can't compete with the video. Let me just leave it for them and concentrate on my own thing.
The reason why I'm really interested in knowing is that, okay, with the technology that you have now, you've got YouTube, you've got different YouTube music, you know, you've got different music streaming platforms, you know, and the way it works is that if your song is there, it serves as an archive that will definitely outlive you. You know, I will continue to provide royalties, you know, in the future. So imagine now I'm at home, I want to listen to Solek in the COVID period, but you're not playing live. How do I get to listen to you?
Yeah, there's still stuff online.
I know the old ones, but moving forward.
I still have live on SoundCloud, AudioMark.
That you release regularly.
Yeah, they are recent. At least they're like 2 months, a month ago. Yeah, so those lives, I just want to concentrate more on just kind of, even if I'm not saying I'm not going to do singles, but
don't get me wrong, I'm not particular about the singles or featuring artists, you know. I'm just looking at what you're working on to make sure your songs are available for people. So even, you know, to jam, like I want to jam here, like I'm in the Solek from connection.
I'll try and do more representation on YouTube.
Yeah, exactly.
I will try for the future.
Yeah, you should really look into it because those kind of things, it will be there forever. Like, in the future, and your family can benefit from it even when you're long gone. Alright, let's talk about family. Were you a hands-on dad when your kids were growing up? I know some of them are grown now. Yeah. So when they were growing up, with your career, I would say you've been in the peak period for a while. So did you get to like dress them up?
I'm their best friend, so
and take them to school.
I always take them to school. But now they're independent, so
yeah. But how did you cope with having to perform Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and having to take them to school on Monday?
Well, I did it. Wow. Yeah, I don't joke with my kids. Okay. I don't joke with my family, and I don't joke with my wife as well. So that's very important.
What's the most time you enjoy with your kids, and what do you do when you're hanging out?
Just chilling, you just chill. We chill, we watch TV together. Even if they're not next to me, as long as, Dad, are you going to work today? They just want to hear, no, I'm not. That's what they want to hear. But they don't know that work is important.
Alright. Is any of the kids showing interest in music, especially the live kind of music? And
they are British, so live music will be hard. Live music will be hard.
Yeah, but they can learn from the best. They've got you.
Maybe as they are growing up, but I think maybe my last born
might be showing
more interest.
Okay, so how do you cope with women fans, family, and family? Anybody successful, anybody in any industry.
But all the women fans now are married, so there's nothing.
Do they respect that?
I don't know.
or do you have to, at the end of the weekend, you only have to have that talk with madam? Madam is like waiting and saying, okay, I think budget and she knows it's okay.
I'm not like that. No. They're just fans are fans, so we leave it like that.
Okay.
No more than less.
Alright, let's talk about your legacy. What would be the one thing you know will live long and and serve as your legacy when you're long gone? We're all going to pass on.
Yeah, the fact that I've freed a lot of people. If you're home by yourself, no matter how much music you listen to, it's not gonna be as entertaining as compared to being in a space where people enjoy music and dancing. I know how I've thrilled people. I just want, when I look up and I see people dancing, and I know I'm the number one person in front of that, steering that ship to make people dance, it gives me a lot of happiness. So that's why I want to do. I'm not even talking about where they're giving me money or anything. But for the fact that people can respond to what I'm doing in a positive way, I really appreciate it. So that's one thing that I know I want people to remember me. Oh, Solek, if you go to the show, you can dance till daybreak.
Your humility, despite your success, is unreal. How do you, despite that success, not let it get into your head? Because, to be honest, I've seen you handing out drinks to guests at event before. I'm not sure how your relationship with that person was, the host. But I've actually seen you do that,
Even if it's a party that's not my party and I see somebody struggling, carrying stuff inside and I know I can assist, I will assist.
I've actually seen you do
that's
that.
Me.
How do you not let that success get into your head?
Well, maybe it's because I don't think I'm successful yet. Sometimes when you don't. Well, that's why I said what I said earlier on, that I'm still looking for somebody that will say, oh, so I want to make you blow. You remember I said it?
Yeah.
So maybe I'm still thinking that I'm not there yet.
I don't believe that.
Maybe that's why.
No, I don't believe it, because I feel you're successful. You might not be as successful as what you want for yourself, but I believe you're successful. And a lot of people have not even chilled fans as much as you have, and they cannot, go to the kitchen and get a drink for their parents.
My nature is quite different.
Yeah, that's what I'm
I
saying.
don't see life as a big deal. I don't see a lot of things as a big deal. With regards to successful or not being successful, I'm fulfilled. Trust me, in music, for me to have done being in a job or in a profession for 20 years, I don't do any other thing. All I do is sing. I love singing. It's not like I'm on the, I'm just saying general. I don't do any other thing apart from singing, and that singing, that music has sustained me for a whole 20 years, since 2000 to now. It has sustained me, and it's not like I have, or at least I'm okay. So I'm fulfilled, but I still believe that I can,
be better.
Yeah, maybe that's why.
Yeah, everybody strives to be better anyway. Even that good thing, still they find money now. Or $10 still they find. Although it's buy Ferrari, but they still they find money.
So maybe that, and then one thing. Another thing is that there's a lot of people that are out there that don't like me or like you. Them say generally, but once they see that you are not arrogant, you are humble, humility opens doors. It lets you pass. Even if where they want to harm you, is that guy? That guy is very strict. So it doesn't. It will just make things easy for you. So humility helps. I say to people, like the Yoruba culture. Okay, I say Solek. Like I'll tell the person. About disrespecting him, I like it. That's the opposite of it.
Respect.
Respect. So respect people. It helps you. Me, I know it's one of the things that not how good I am, but the fact that yes sir to everybody.
I've seen you so many times. I'm wondering like, is this Solek? Because I remember in 2007, in 2006. Or 2005, I worked with Dynamics magazine, and I was one of the people that actually distributed your the one that you featured in where you were on the front cover, I believe, and I had to sell it to my uni then, And fast forward, it's 2020, and I'm still seeing you being humble and all that. I mean, it's a joy to watch. I think upcoming artists, upcoming live artists, or what else, upcoming entertainers, they need to learn from that humility. It would help them a lot.
Humility is key.
Alright, moving on. If you were an Afrobeat artist, if you were an Afrobeat or hip hop artist, what artist do you think you would have been? Like, or what kind of style would you have been? If you did not go into Fuji style of music, what artist right now is reigning that you think?
Let me combine.
Okay.
Just let me just combine a few people. Give me one that calls voice. Give me Wizkid's subtleness. Give me Davido's hard work. Give me Burna Boy's flair. And
oh my God, you've almost had the complete package.
Give me Tiwa Savage's savageness.
I like that one. Alright, you heard it, guys. That's the complete package. I don't think you can get better than that. Really, like in the entertainment industry.
And give me Mr. Solek's ruggedness.
And humility. Because if you have all that, you don't have that humility. I don't know.
And I like Olamide too.
Olamide is great.
Check it. It's your favorite boy, Mr. Pum Pum. Who's got the keys? Who's got the keys to the Pum Pum? Man them. Babi ko babe ko saye for lombe. Ba. Ọjà ti jẹ́ olombe. Celeb on check. Celebrity on check. Celeb on check. Yeah, right here. COC Del Chino. Don't talk that down. Stay tuned.
Your iconic bed, take us through your grooming and getting ready for an event or you're going out. How do you start? Do you like shave every morning?
Yeah, I shave. Even though I wish I don't shave, but you see, the thing is that you can only hide age so much. Yeah. Well, practically, I literally all my hair is grey. I don't have a choice. Yeah, I will just be sincere with you. But because I have to dye it. Reason why I dye is because I don't think, and I'm not grey because of my age. I'm grey because it's hereditary.
Yeah, and I have friends that start having grey hair at 28.
My mom too. I've been having grey hair for the last maybe 15 years now. Okay, I'm 45 now. So 15 minus 45, that's like it's the age of 30. Just imagine. So I have to dye, but then I have to shave. But then what comes to my mind is that I look at ladies. There's a lot of things hidden under them that you don't see. All you see is that outside beauty that with the makeup. Some cover their with wigs, some with eyelashes. So if I do a little bit too, it's not bad.
It's not bad. That's why it's called, in the Western world it's called grooming. It's not excessiveness. Appearance is key, appearance opens door. You can go somewhere dressed like rubbish.
Let me give you an example. I went to play somewhere in East London like 4 weeks ago. So then we were not that ready, so I went to, there's a corner shop, there's a chips corner, chicken and chips corner shop there. So I went into the shop with some of my band boys to eat. So one girl just walked, she said, "Are you Solek?" I said, "Yes." He said, "Oh my God, it's like you don't age." That she knew me when she was 18 and now she's maybe 32 or something. That's like 15 years ago that she used to come out to where I was performing then, and I still look exactly the same.
Apart from the bed.
Yes. She's respecting to if Solek from back then, I now should have looked like an old person. Yeah. So,
I mean, appearance is key. You can't you gotta like take care of yourself, make sure you appear well, it's not excessive.
Looking good is good business.
It's good business. Yeah. As we round up the show, so let's talk about Djangoville Entertainment. So what's the idea behind Djangoville Entertainment?
Okay.
And what should we expect from Djangoville Entertainment moving forward?
Okay, the Djangoville Ville is the Django Empire. So Djangoville. So it's the empire, it's the music instrument. I refer myself to is the outfit I refer myself to now. So moving forward, everything is, instead of, it used to be Solek Entertainment, but now it's Djangoville Entertainment. And then Djangoville Entertainment, hopefully, my last album was like 2 years ago. That was Gogo Glory. Gogo Jimmy Loru Ano. Gogo Jimmy Laroini. Gogo Jimmy. Yeah, so by December, early next year, we should be working on something else. Yeah, and then that will be more of an album with singles. Yeah. So that's the next thing.
Also, are you looking to take on, so to say, I wouldn't say apprentices, but are you looking to sign other people into
business? Let me explain. You see, business, investment. Why do people invest?
To make money.
To make money. What avenue is there to make money on other artists?
There's some people doing it. I mean, it's not for everybody, but there are other people.
Name 10 artists that they spent money on them in the last 10 years that are still there and are still making it and have made it. Name 10. Just name 10. Forget UK that we are in the diaspora. From Nigeria, just name me 10. You know whiskey that's been before 10 years? The video has been before 10 years. Name me 10 that and bring out the person that put money on them. The only person I can think of right now is Tenny and what's his name that put money on her? What's that guy's name again? Anyway, we know the guy.
Yeah.
We are naming. Let me tell you.
Yeah, I think another point too is that even if they are still relevant and they are successful, they don't usually stay with the label, which is
but they don't even have to stay with the label.
Yeah,
just like football footballers they change club. It's fine, but that venture is really profitable.
A lot of people have lost money in the entertainment industry trying to.
You know how many artists are trying to make it upcoming, that they are spending their money, their parents' money, and they don't really have headway. Even those people, the ones that have been there before, that once they don't have hits, some of them even have hits, but they have nothing to show for it. So I will put money on somebody. That person will not blow, I will lose money. But that person will blow, they will run away. And if I want to help somebody, I can help them. Dash them money, let them go establish themselves. But for me to say I want to be signing artists on my label. Big batting on for I don't know how to say burn money in English,
It's like showing
it's not worth
putting water in the basket.
It's just not worth it. If it was worth it, I would say it's worth it.
Alright. So thanks for coming on the show.
Ogoloji mi lóru àná, ogoloji mi láàárọ̀ yìí, ogoloji mi lóru àná, ogoloji mi láàárọ̀ yìí, orí ọ̀fẹ́ lójú mi lóru àná, ọba òkè lójú mi láàárọ̀ yìí, mímọ́ mímọ́ lójú mi lóru àná, aláwùrà sí lójú mi láàárọ̀ yìí, ògo tèmi 10 terabyte, tí wọ́n 44 KB. Ògo tèmi 10 terabyte, tí wọ́n 44 KB. Solek máa wò wọ́n lógo láyé. Báwo lọ ṣe fẹ́ lógo lọ́run? Wọ́n lógo láyé. Báwo lọ ṣe fẹ́ lógo lọ́run? Ògo sẹ̀lẹ̀ lógo tèmi. Ògo kérúbù lógo tèmi. Ògo Anglican lógo tèmi. Ògo CAC lógo tèmi. Ògo Baptist lógo tèmi, Ògo Methodist lógo tèmi, Ògo Redeem lógo tèmi, Ògo Deeper Life lógo tèmi, ló fi jẹ́ pé ògo tèmi double ni, ògo tèmi double ni, Ògo Mountain of Fire, Ògo the Apostolic Home, irú ẹ̀ lógo tèmi, Ògo tó bá tó tún relevant o. Ògo tèmi double yo, ògo tèmi triple club nẹjọ. Lẹ́mi tó jẹ́ pé ògo lójú mi lóru àná, ògo lójú mi láàárọ̀ ìní. Ọ̀sánógù àlójú mi lóru àná, ẹlẹ́rù yìnyín lójú mi láàárọ̀ ìní. Ògo tèmi double ni, ògo tèmi double ni, ògo tèmi double ni, ògo tèmi double ni. Ògo tèmi triple platinum yo, ògo tèmi triple platinum yo, ògo tèmi double ni, ògo tèmi double ni. Àjùmọ̀bí ọ̀kan tàánú, àjùmọ̀bí ọ̀kan tàánú, àjùmọ̀bí ọ̀kan tàánú ooo. Àjùmọ̀bí ọ̀kan tàánú, Ọlọ́run rà láàánú sí mi o, Ọlọ́run rà láàánú sí ẹ o, ṣìkẹ́ mi o, tọ́jú mi àtàwọn olólùfẹ́ mi o. Àjùmọ̀bí ọ̀kan tàánú o, àjùmọ̀bí ọ̀kan tàánú.